that's what it looks like Karas is going to opt into here because it's going to be good for mid-game team fighting. There's a lot of peel here. You can get a little bit of prio mid early. Brion need to control Drakes in this game. Make sure that this Heimerdinger doesn't get out of control. Setup on the Drake is going to be so hard for Brion because running to Varus poke, excuse me.
Yep, and I think that Effort will have a fair bit of power in that early stage of the game. We'll see how they do as we hop onto the Rift for our first game of the day. 10 CS the difference. The Jin actually laning very well alongside this Karma so far in the early game, but really not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to any advantages or anything like that. Bit of a gentleman's agreement between the two squads.
Yeah, you know, normally in the old days, a game state like this, we wouldn't start talking about how it's calm at 5 minutes. It's still pretty early, right? But with Lucian Nami and the level 3s we've seen all season long.
Okay, Peanut, right.
6.
Cease and desist is going to come in there as now Effort trying to get out. Chovy looking to make his way in. Lands the chains. Emperor's Divide is going to push him all the way under the turret, though. And the first blood will go to Peanut. Karas goes down as well. It's a double. Meanwhile, on the top side of the map, Doran solo kills Morgan. Oh yeah, this is huge. Morgan going to dive into the pit as Peanut's very low. He's going to be taken out immediately. Eye is secured by Doran as he's now looking to try and get out. Not going to be able to do so as Permafrost comes in. So 2 kills for the secure of the Eye.
Both
opportunistic,
of them,
one could say.
Yeah, and both of them go to Morgan. So Gen.G felt like they had enough space here to actually pull this off. But Chovy isn't back to lane just yet. His TP, as I was mentioning, is just coming up, so he can't instantly go back. So we're going to watch this solo kill here. Yeah, like I mentioned, he's pretty low. And then, yeah, Counter-Strike here not going to do you any favors. Doran kills him with the ult.
Yeah. Doesn't flash, doesn't leap strike. Just don't really worry about it.
This is pretty well handled here from Karas. Stays to the top side of this turret, knocks Chovy back. Chovy's reaction time is so quick here, the timing of it also pulls him in. Trying to keep this wave in a nice spot here towards his turret.
Oh dear, okay.
Instant reaction there after he drops the ward. You'll pay that ward.
Absolutely. That's a high value ward. Yeah. Does immediately turn into money for Doran. But Morgan is going to say thank you for allowing me to keep my flash, Mr. Ward.
Yep.
As Peanut is just thinking about doing it again. Umpty clearing out vision. So they know exactly what's going on. Counter-Strike going to be used as now Peanut makes his way forward. The Grand Challenge has been issued. We'll see whether they can actually get it, and they do. But the Fiora already falls down, and Umpty.
And they will actually wrestle control away of this zone, have the Drake prio with a Heimerdinger. And Bro are really trying to set up these rushes where they punish somebody, but it's not that kind of comp yet, unless it's a Heimer.
Exactly right. Deadly Flourish is going to help lock Dolite down even further. Emperor's Divide comes in, but it's a little late to save the little Yordle. Karas just get interrupted. Peanut. Nice bit of damage there as Umpty's going to come on down.
Fiora up here topside, despite those kills going to Morgan, Doran is just outplaying him. He's a level down, and he's going to take this turret out and maybe even look for more.
Yeah, I think Morgan may be dead. As, all right, Counter-Strike does come in. The flash comes out, and he gets over the wall. All right, Doran, let's see whether you can chase him down. He'll settle for the ward, I guess, pretty quickly in favor of Gen.G right now. And they have one of these compositions that gets very powerful at about this stage of the game.
Yeah.
You know, 2 item spike for pays, very, very large. Chovy, as soon as he picks up his Zonya's, extremely strong. As Umpty's going to get turned on there. Cease and desist, the chains will connect as well. The ult comes through from Delight, and that's going to help secure the kill as Pays picks it up. As Bro, they don't care about no dragons. They are going straight towards this Baron pit. We might be flipping for the game. I mean, right here,
what other
4 minutes.
What other choice do you have?
Precisely. Morgan's just dead, but Bro are on the Baron. They're not on the Baron anymore. They've left the Baron.
Run!
Spire Shield comes through as Chovy is hurting them. What? Goodbye, Chovy. Flashes out, says, I don't want to fight 4 people by myself.
There's a lot of CC, and there wasn't really a great way for the rest of the team to follow him without also expending their flashes there. It would have been risky. They would have to use their cooldowns. And the turn could have been there where, you know, you have Umpty and Karas ulting, Henna flourishes, he can do damage from a really far ways away, so
certainly going to get destroyed as Peanut. Deadly Flourish does land, Vault Breaker onto Umpty trying to get some work done here, but doesn't really work. Arctic Assault, very similar to Voltbreaker, and was utilized nicely there to lock him down. But he's still above 50% health. Umpty cannot boast the same thing as he just explodes. The Vi picks him up, cease and desist. Going to be used onto Karis. It's a double kill already for the jungler. Chovy picks up one. And now Doran and Morgan fighting once again. The lunge comes through. 3 kills for Gen G. They'll go to the Baron. Making sure, because of course, it's a best of 3, right? You know, if you get enough information on the weaknesses of your opposition in game 1, use that to win games 2 and 3. I'd say it's 100% worth it.
Ana gets blue side, maybe he gets to play Lucian.
Hey, there we go. There we go. Chovy looking to dash out of the way of this one. 4 members are here, but he goes golden. Azonya's going to be employed beautifully. The Varus picks up the Azir on the back end, and Chovy is still alive. He connects another chain onto Umpty. It's a double kill for Pays. Henna is running for his life, but the challenge has been issued, and it's not even much of one of those. Gen G will now barrel down mid lane. And I don't know who you're going to vote for as far as POG. Maybe it's Peanut?
Yeah.
Probably Peanut.
It's Peanut. I put him down. I mean, he had such a great early game, and his shot calling around those early vision setups he had were so good.
He's 6-1 and 4 as well. The man is very, very strong as Gen G roll over the top of Breon in game number 1.
A lot, and then occasionally accidentally kill people on team fights.
That's kind of how it felt to me as well. You can see Karis did the majority of his damage in the early game. From that point on,
I think he's going to play a Kali Atlas.
I think it's the most. Oh, never mind. I like how we're getting excited.
That one.
We're getting excited about Corki Azir.
I know.
Oh my God, it's Corki Azir. Together. Interesting stuff. Let's hop on to the rift. In a bit of the Corki, but good to see it. Peanut's going to make his way over though, as Karis is going to shift some sand, get himself out of the way. Absolutely fine. Uses a chunk of his mana.
Aggressively pressure this Maokai.
Well, twisted advance for Umpty. That control ward just being a little bit frustrating, I guess. Peanut gets the ping down.
And we jest, but this is Fred Breon putting a lot of pressure on. Umpty comes over here, deals with that control ward, trying to shove Chovy out of lane here.
Both of those things were true. Alright, Grenade will connect. A lot of damage onto Effort here as level 5 was hit, and oh, the last B will connect. And that is going to be first blood going over to Delight, as Delight is now just going to stand in front of Pays, soak all of these bullets. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at him. Look at that little hat. Oh, man. Does not care. Yeah, mainly because they're calling their bottom lane up. You can see Henna actually walked away from that turret, assuming that Pays was going to make his way back. But no, he's towards this mid lane. Bro, setting up for it. Morgan, great Narbar right now as the Nature's Grasp comes in. Gen G are just going to turn though and immediately get rid of the Gnar. He can't even go Mega. Poor Morgan. As teleport towards that bottom lane, Henna got 1 turret plate. It's not a massive amount, and Chovy now just going to come back and grab even more farm.
Yep. Rift Herald probably going to be given to him too. Just want to accelerate the Corki as fast as possible. We're going to have to leave you out to dry.
Well, there's an ulti from Doran. Going all out into Morgan here as Peanut will dive forward, finds himself the Cyclone. Morgan's running for the hills. We'll see whether Doran's got enough dashes to chase after him. The Mega Gnar is coming in relatively soon. Dash number 1 comes through. Q1 comes through as well.
Gnar coming up.
Yeah, all right, there it is. Bunch of health back and ring around the rosy. Successful. The Lord himself will not die in this one.
Easiest lane to dive because, you know, you've got a Azir with flash in mid, so tough to actually set the Herald up there, so they went for the greedy play for the easy Herald money for Doran, but he actually holds it off for now. Now that the Narbar is done, though.
If at first you don't succeed, Wolf, you try, and you try again.
Peanut has flash. Might not need it.
Morgan may just die. He's gonna do the same thing again. He's doing the same thing again.
Morgan's really loving the Year of the Rabbit with all these hops, man.
Absolutely is. Umpty's going to throw the Nature's Grasp through. There it is, one more time. As the bullet, oh, Pays! He did it for you! Why could you not do it for him as Morgan dies to the turret at the top? I don't know what shenanigans are going on up there.
Top 13 anime betrayals.
Oh yeah, as Pays is now going to try and fight Umpty, but it's not going to work. He's going to get Brambly smashed. I can see it, there it is. I told you. And it happens. Gen G should be able to use this package in order to lock down this Drake, but no, Umti's going to steal it away. Cyclone doing a lot of damage there to Karis. Emperor's Divide does come through as Chovy delivered a package to them, but now Nature's Grasp to come down yet again. Peanut diving forward one more time, but the Heimerdinger's already dead, and Bro are winning the fight. Oh my goodness! Hayes is popping off though, and that is going to be the win, the triple kill in the end.
And he dodges the sapling cherry on top. 4 kills for the Varus now. And this is the Pace we've heard so many stories about. Just wait and see.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, he's got that one, and Cole completed as well. Tier coming through, so Muramana will be the next item of choice.
Well, there is the all-out onto Morgan. His Nabar is relatively high, but he's not going to be able to use it. That is going to be Peanut picking up the kill, and this top lane is going from bad to worse for Bro.
Yeah, he's so far away from that Cole too. Purchased it.
It's going down extraordinarily quickly. This could just be Soul Point as there we go. Emperor's Divide is going to try and push them away as Bro look for the escape. But Doran, he can take anyone out of this fight, and he will pull Karis over. 2 of them already dead. Karis follows suit. And now Henna is running for the hills. Morgan also, he's very used to trying to escape as his former teammate is bearing down on him. The Gnar is going to come through though as he tries to crush himself away. And it looks like he will do so. Doran also going to struggle here as that bullet. Of course, but they may not necessarily need to as Gen G is just going to wander towards the Baron. And yes, Bro, know that this is happening, but Gen G might just be able to stick to this one and just lock it down. Nature's Grasp to come forward here from Umti. Let's see if that can actually stop any of this from happening as the curtain call is going to come in. Emperor's Divide is flashed by Pace so beautifully, and immediately he just punishes. Doran's going to be taken down as well though, as it's a 1-for-1 in the end. Low health bars on Gen G means they don't want to go back in.
Doran's like, man, this guy might steal my POG away.
Well, Henna could just be dead here. He hasn't really been playing much of the game. Outside of this one moment. He's been some bullets from off screen, but that's about it. So, a bit of a sad welcome to doing stuff. Picking on the Freddebrion weakness, which is that indecisiveness, which is not being able to make the risky plays as Umti caught in a very predictable position. The all-out comes in, Peanut secures the Drake, and then they take down the tree as well. Oh dear, Gen G really starting to roll over this one. Oh man, do you reckon he plays his Moonraker Elite?
Maybe.
Or is he an odd job player? You know?
He lets his opponents play odd job and then still beats them.
Yeah. Oh man. All right, Peanut gonna get spotted. Doesn't hit the ward. He instead decides he wants to go in 1v2. And you can't really blame him as he's extraordinarily strong. Ludens is complete here for Chovy as, oh, the knockup! Morgan is going to be able to find Peanut though, and I think he should die. No, never mind. Peanut's immortal. Umti's going to go down extraordinarily low. Bro are so far behind, they could land everything, and it doesn't even seem to matter. I don't think it will, but imagine if this works, Wolf.
Well, I watched a lot of crazy stuff like that yesterday, so I don't have to imagine too hard, you know?
Look at these kitty cats in the brush. Umti can just... I mean, he puts down a control ward. He can get in there. There's the Nature's Grasp. Gen G, vacate the area.
Do they flip? No, they say no.
Yeah, they're not.
So one specific team could learn from this, but, you know.
Bro do get in there, but Doran, I mean, he now knows that the pajama tree is behind him, and now Umti's by himself. I have a feeling he will die. He's trying his best to run away, and yeah, he's real dead. Doran's going to pick that one up, and now Gen G move back to the Baron. It was a cute idea. You saw the thought process, it didn't work, and now Gen G will probably get Baron and win the game.
It's the Umti long con play, you know? We've seen it before, it's worked before. It's worked a lot, actually, believe it or not. But in this case, Gen G just say, no, I'm not going to risk it. He ulted, back off, kill him.
Someone should tell KT about what just happened.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One team can learn from this.
Yeah, there is definitely a team that could learn from this. They won't, because they have to break our brains at every opportunity. But this is definitely a good example of how you take an objective without having to risk anything if you have a huge lead. And Gen G playing it beautifully, packing out in hand for Chovy.
Kars just disappears.
Yeah, he takes so much damage. Look for these rockets. Not a whole lot of them have been landing on... Oh my god, never mind. Okay, well, now Karis going to take... Yeah, 1, 2... Chovy just hanging out, package, going to be taken away, thrown to the heavens. Doran taking a fair bit of damage here. Henna does still do a fair bit as, oh my god, these zoom-ins make it so scary. Oh god, okay, Curtain Call comes in, only one bullet goes out though as everyone's on the fountain. There is the flash to immediately follow, but it's not going to be enough. Karis finds a decent ulti as Paze goes golden on the fountain and survives as the Nexus is not so lucky. Gen G, 2-0 over Bro. We'll check out the damage at the end of the game. Paze still managing to eclipse Chovy, who did almost get double of his opposition, but I think this game was all about Paze.
I mean, there's so much of the game Chovy just wasn't even in the team fights.
No, he just wasn't there. He just he was being a bit of a herbivore this time around.
You love to see it. You love to see Chovy trying to get his KD up there at the end, trying to get the
natural habitat. Natural habitat.
I just.
Bro do have a lot of catch and punish potential though, and historically they have been pretty good with those type of comms, but a lot of pressure on Umti. So if Sandbox can track Umti, make sure that their bot lane is safe while shoving.
All right, let's hop on the Rift here for game number 1. All right, Willa going to head towards his Rift Scuttler. Should be able to take that one down. Kyle just helping him out there. Very comfortably. Realm Warp in hand here for Karis, which is like a much bigger Rift Warp, but you can only use one. Death Charge coming in. Gets the flash out from Envy. Umpty celebrates with an ultimate. Not sure what that was about. Didn't quite find the mark, though, as the Realm Warp was not taken there by Karis.
I do think overall we have seen that in these type of kind of slower stalemate games, Ashe support is so strong because you can just fire off arrows.
Well, Umpty may suffer at the hands of one of those as Morgan is counter-striking a wave. Chains of Corruption comes in there as the arrow is going to be flashed. Umpty able to turn that into farming some camps, which is fun, as Will is going to have to run away from that one. Depth Charge comes in. Great piercing arrow there as well. But it's all just disengage on the side of Bro. Means that this Rift Scuttler is going to be taken by Live Sandbox, and they have no interest in the Drake whatsoever.
Yeah, 24, 27 maybe.
But remember, we're definitely going to break that record, because it's not even about whether First Blood has happened or not. It's about an idea. As the arrow is going to connect, Closer makes his way into the background, and oh dear, we may actually get some action as Rift Walk comes in. Umpty's actually going to get dragged back from over the wall. He's trying to get out of First Blood, goes to Breon, as into the backline goes the Lord, and he is very upset about all of this killing and shenanigans that's been going on. Realm Warp to come forward as Kyle's in trouble. Karis flashing immediately. It's a double kill for Morgan, the absolute and utter warlord on the Rift. As Closer goes down as well. This Jax is so online, and Bro might take something else on the map. Maybe, are they doing Baron?
I don't think gonna hit 16 just yet. Getting very, very close, and they really need that damage. Arrow comes.
Arrow? Oh,
not gonna hit anyone.
It was going very quickly. Pretty exciting. As Morgan leaps onto a rift-walking Kassadin. Therefore, nothing happens whatsoever. They are going to give up the objective, but is there going to be some sort of fight that happens afterwards? As Closer, Rune prisoned. What are prisons able to be given out here by Bro, as the hook's going to connect there onto Envy. Depth Charge comes through, but Paranoia is going to deny any vision.
Oh, I was a little worried that we were actually going to have some action, but
I know.
Fortunately,
Bro, like, they saw the lights go out and they're like, oh, sorry, yes. No, of course. The daunting task of fighting against Bro. As Effort, gonna find Envy once again. Oh, the shield and the combo is beautiful. The Sivir not allowed to play the game. I remember what Nautilus is supposed to do. You press all of your CC buttons on stuff. Beautifully done. Bro, 4 versus 5 now, capable of heading towards the Baron. What can Live Sandbox do about it?
Or do you think they're still taking a risk here? Willer is alive. Turning here is a good call.
Well, Hook is going to go entirely wide for the moment, but Effort, if they wait just a little while longer, is going to have it back available yet again. Bertle goes down, and he's supposed to be a tank. Willer dives into the pit. Can he steal it? The answer's no. As Willer, no, he's still in there. He's still alive, but he's going to die regardless. It was Closer that fell down before. And Bro have just been snowballing extremely slowly. You know, this is like You're watching a snowball, an avalanche or something, come down the mountain, but it's in about 0.6 frames per second or frames per minute. And so it is moving, but you just don't even know until your Nexus is covered in the avalanche or snow or giant snowball or whatever this is. Because Pro are going to win this game, Chronicler. And Kyle is going to get hooked, and he's dead. Ooh, stopwatch check as well, Chronicler. There are 4 unbroken stopwatches. Pristine ability to tell the time here on the side of Pro. As Close is going to get hooked. There's the depth charge. He's in the bouncy castle as Willa dives into the backline and explodes. Multiple people just breaking their watches on the ground. And Bro, they don't need them because they know exactly what time it is. It is time to destroy the Nexus of Live Sandbox and head towards game number 2 of this series. Well, I mean, it's not time right now. It's not, but it's soon going to be time. As another hook is going to connect. And Bertle is Cassante. It's almost time. The time is, it's coming up.
Well, Willa responding, so maybe we should back up and get Soul, right?
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Hook is going to connect. As Cassante is dead, Morgan diving forward. Envy Spell Shield is going to be there, and I think with that kill, it is now time. Bro have told us it's time, and the Nexus goes down. Bro wins game number 1, and I don't think anyone really doubted it.
And that's really all there was to it.
Yeah.
A couple of really nice hooks from Effort and Umti, and maybe we just keep, everyone else can play their fun things, just keep putting effort on engage reports. You are staring down some scary pressure in that Elise and Renekton, but overall the Bro comp to me, don't think it works that well together, right? The value of Merc threats is going to be extremely high here. Once Wheeler picks those up, going to be able to fight pretty reliably. Even wouldn't mind it if Bertle picks them up as well, right?
We can think about that as we hop into the game.
Did we not do the whole, what's up with Veldus? I don't know, everything blends together. I think it was with Veldus actually. We talked about Turling yesterday.
What is the most majestic animal possible? As Morgan is in a bit of trouble here and he's dead. That's Willa picking up first blood. And we mentioned whether or not Umti would be heading top lane. We didn't talk about Willa, and Willa is definitely going top lane.
He's killed the crocodile, man.
Yeah.
Just took him down. When you won one thing, they do another.
Yeah. Actually, I really like that. I really respect that. I think that's a good one.
Okay. As Bertle is on the receiving end of Renekton and Elise.
Well, let's see how the riposte minigame is going to go, and pretty well for Bertle, as it turns out. Morgan doing his best to zone where he can.
Can just loop back. Umti steals Cocoon. But Wheeler is on his way.
Yeah, let's see how the 2v2 is going to go. As Willa moves over, they know exactly what's going on. Can they actually make this work?
They don't need to.
Yeah, or they just
yeah,
allow it to happen. Okay, fair enough. So, we currently have Morgan with a slight CS advantage. The wave in a pretty good spot for Bertle.
They were a wise team. They've been around for a while.
Okay.
Umti's
going to skitter away as best he can. Closer goes on a bit of a ride, but otherwise isn't going to find too much. As Kyle back down towards his bottom side is Umti. Never mind. He can just repel to the blast cone. He'll be absolutely A-okay. Smiting the Krugs as well. He'll be alright. So, as the dust settles, too much to worry about. Willer is going to find Henna just walking towards him though. Heal to come down from effort. So therefore, all is fine. As that is a flash forward from Morgan. Slice! Where's the dice? There it is! He doesn't even need it! He just culls the Meek! And that's Morgan getting one back. That's a solo kill. Not too much going to come from it. As Karis and Effort off to the side. Glacial Prison. Gonna go wide here. And there's the Emperor's Divide. Sweeps in the Crocodile. The Dominus almost gets something done, but not enough as Umti. He's gonna steal away the Rift Herald, and he makes it out! They have to trade it for their Crocodile, and they don't get to pick up the Eye. That was pretty cool. It is very frightening. And remember, this is one of the picks that Henna has always been pretty good at, to be perfectly honest. Even when we weren't saying all that many good things about Henna's play in previous years, his Varus is always something that Bro has been able to stand behind. All right, Karis decides that it is now time for him to take this, and Umpty is going to be able to give it to him. Very nicely done. Yep.
As Envy is probably dead. Does have Flash and Cleanse.
Yeah, he does at least have Cleanse available. Cocoon would have hit him if there wasn't a minion there, and he's just going to take 1 trillion damage and die.
That's a solo bolo.
That is indeed a solo bolo. That is also 0 summoner spells invested. I think Envy was pretty well aware that he was super dead. All right, stun is going to be mitigated. Very nicely done with the riposte. Not too much to worry about as far as top lanes are concerned. 17 CS lead for Morgan. That may continue to be a fun time for a little bit longer here for the Renekton. Getting towards that Gore Drinker ever so slowly. Karis. Not too worried as Willer is thinking about coming in. There is the... okay, they're wondering who's going to do it. Who's going to do it? It's actually going to reset. The impatience of this lady. Not another Blast Cone available. Willer can't get over the wall, but Umpty, I love it. You know, just stands his ground. All right, Arrow soaring towards the Syndra once again. This time he nails it. And Closer has got the ult. Karis is just going to walk towards his turret, however. And seems as though...
Yeah, I think might still be... Wish is available, though, as well.
Yeah.
It's Kyle, but nice sidesteps, and reinforcements are there.
Well, there we go. I mean, the reinforcement is a lone Soraka for the moment.
Yeah, but...
Maybe it's fine. Yeah, mid laner and support. I guess we're all things equal. It's fine. So we're just going to chill underneath the turret. Flash unavailable here for Karis. Closer has his, but he's just going to let him live for now. I think you're pretty psyched about trying to collect both of these dragons.
Keep waiting for Sandbox to go and do stuff, and it's so weird because there we go.
Yeah, Emperor's Divide. That is going to throw away the spider. The flash comes in. Will is going to follow him immediately. Wish comes down, but it's not enough to save him. And now Bertel is running for effort here. Can he find the Soraka is the question. The answer is yes, but not enough. As Morgan, he's not phased. Henna, not phased. Now Willer is going to clear out this control ward. Of course, Karis knows. And he also has his mates coming in. Kyle, there's a full gameplay button that he had to hit there. I believe Henna would have had to flash if he was going to actually kill the Heimerdinger. Kyle did have to flash to get himself out of there. So, basically I do everything to deserve the good stuff, and that's why we get games like this. This Closer going to find an Emperor's Divide onto Karis here, who's just going to walk it off. Does still have flash available. Closer now trying to fight Umpty. It's not necessarily working, but Bertel making his way up. This could be a 5v5. Exactly right. Wish is still at the ready, guys. Things could get even better for Bro in this team fight as far as recovery is concerned. And there is the Dark Sphere. Oh, that is gorgeous. Another arrow. This time it's going to land onto Effort, who heals. Still holding on to the ulti as Bro will slowly and methodically move towards Soul Point.
It's all calculated, Atlas.
Oh, yeah.
But their health bars are low, and Douglas is timing out. So now Close can get pride on the wave. Ultimate's coming back up soon.
Ooh, Bertel, this is a juicy flank that he's found here. Willer going down relatively low as Henna. A little bit split from the team. Effort is going to find Bertel. Going to start healing up the rest of the team now as well. Remember, he is in a little bit of trouble, but he just keeps healing and healing after hitting Bertel with his Q over and over again.
Wasn't able to. Teleport available.
Drake resetting.
Ultimate also there. We've been fighting over this Drake for about a minute now, Atlas.
We have indeed. Effort, still, game state, absolutely the same. Arrow once again going to be avoided, as is Willer's ultimate as well. Umpty diving on top of Envy. He's going to flash his way out. Bertel desperately trying to get in there, but he's just unable to. The single target CC is too strong. It's Closer. Oh no, the Emperor's Divide is good, but everyone's dead. And Bro just keeps everyone alive. Look at these health bars. They're absurdly low finally. Closer is going to do it as Umpty. He wants to be the hero. He'll find one. And the Soraka lives. Of all targets, the Soraka lives.
Trust me.
Well, the arrow is going to hit as in goes Closer. Emperor's Divide doesn't actually hit onto Karis for the damage. As Morgan, he doesn't want to be on that side of the wall, and he's going to flash to get himself back out again. The phalanx of Bro has been put back together once again, much like Humpty Dumpty from the nursery rhyme. And there is the snare onto Closer as well. Willa, the Winter does not have very much Wrath. You're going to miss it like that. As Bro will back away. Willa is able to walk away. That's his strategy, as an arrow is going to connect once again. Glacial Prison comes forward, some damage. As now Bertle once again looking for that flank angle. Effort caught on the back end. He throws through the wish. He heals himself. Closer finds a massive divide. And now, Umpty, can he stay alive? Can Morgan stay alive? The answer is yes. And they wipe the floor with them. Oh, Closer, it looked so good.
It was good. But Cal and Envy are full health.
Okay, repel. Umpty will think about, his decisions in the sky and then come down and say, my decisions were great.
It could have been fun. It just didn't have to go into the choke point. They already had won the fight.
Karis is addicted to arrows. He loves getting hit by arrows.
Wait, Closer has TP. They can stall. I don't know if they have the time though. The poke is not enough.
10 seconds.
No, there's just not enough damage.
Not going to work out as Envy and Kyle have to get out of there, and Umpty secures the Baron. He will choose to take those at any time.
Envy is almost level 16 as well, and he does actually have a ton of CDR. The one upside is Bertle is on free items, and he should actually be good because Morgan has also been itemizing specifically to deal with the extreme amount of magic damage that's available.
Oh, that's a Mikhail's. Going to actually be used this time around as Morgan struggling in this matchup now. As you were talking about, Hullbreaker done. Yeah. Side lanes belong to Bertle as Chains of Corruption sail wide. The arrow's going to do the same thing. Willer actually interrupted as the gameplay button comes out from Karis. It's not quite enough as Henna picks it up. Doesn't even need the flash. He just lands that one. He lures them into a false sense of security by missing 2 skill shots in a row and then nails the 2 that matter.
Oh, Bertle.
Well, let's see whether Morgan can keep himself alive here. He does manage to break all the weaknesses. The flash goes forward, and Morgan, he may have done it. He did it. Oh, the Lord himself picks up the solo kill under the turret. He baits him in. What an expert.
Yep.
All right. Well, Bertle just going to scope out what's going on. There is a jungler here, as now they're going to fight the Fiora. She does get stunned up, as now Umpty goes golden. He's also got a few other buttons he can press, but he goes up into the sky, dives down now. Grand Challenge was already issued. The Baron, they're still fighting it. It's down extraordinarily low. Effort trying to get into that pit to stop it, as the Azir does go down. Baron secured in trade for the Pigeon. And the Drake just forgotten.
Can't they just end?
Maybe.
No Azir.
Yeah.
As I think this Baron is not going to be finished. I'm calling it now. They're not going to finish this Baron.
Well, they're going to look for the turn. Arrow not going to connect. Envy down to 50% health. I'm not entirely sure what was hurting him, but something was. Tower is going to go down. Bro has to do something. We'll see whether they actually do. As Umpty still fighting this Baron. We've got the wish. It's now being used. The scatter comes down. The Azir is dead. I repeat, the Azir is dead. As Willa not going to be able to get the steal. It is somehow Karis, who had been Flame Horizon. He's 150 CS down, but it does not matter. If I had a vote, I'd give him POG.
There isn't, you can teleport to bot wave here as Bertle and try to friend, but I don't think you have the time. No, they're going to try and contest. 20 seconds until Closer is here, but Willer is alive. Doesn't have flash available, but does have a smite and a dream, Atlas.
And an Arctic Assault that he could potentially use. As this dragon is down extraordinarily low, it all comes down to this. As Umpty, can you secure it is the question. 37 health and it's secured by Willa. Bertle now trying to dash his way out. Karis is dead, and the rest of Bro have to scatter. That was the most ridiculous decision I have seen since the last time Willa found someone willing to make that decision.
It's happening! 6 games! 6 games, Atlas!
Well, remember, Bros still have the Baron buff.
It doesn't matter, they're down an Elder.
Yeah.
Surely the bros can't hold on here.
Let's see what they can do. The game doesn't end until the Nexus falls. But Morgan is in so much trouble. The GA is popped. Henna is soon to be popped. He takes a gear from a Heimerdinger. He's going to survive for the moment, but he eventually falls. And Liv Sandbox will make us go the distance. Liv Sandbox take us to 6 games on the day and stay alive in the series.
He would.
He could.
He would be that guy.
He could definitely Aurelia this game, especially with the severe amount of magic damage that they already have, right? Because this is Imperial Mandate Ashe, you're going to be empowering things like Maokai and Heimerdinger to do a lot more, and that is the Aurelia locked in. Karras going to have to deal with that on his Victor now, and remember, this is Closer. This is the champion that he's known for. That's why he has that huge grin on his face. This is for 3rd place in the LCK.
Okay.
But that's a fun question.
Thank you.
He'd probably get my vote, though. Would that be your... What would yours be?
Carrier?
Yeah, I think Carrier is also a good one, as Karras is going to put down a gravity field. Does make it very difficult for the Aurelia, who's just going to dash as much as she possibly can. Morgan not going to quite find the leap strike to get that counter-strike sorted. So therefore, Closer will be all right for now. That flash on cooldown. Karras held on to his. So while Closer did a lot of things, not a lot of good happened as a result.
Looks cool. Unfortunately, for Closer, not having the flash available, whereas Karras still has his, means that any potential all-in is going to lose a little bit of...
As Flawless Duet comes in, we're just going to head towards this top side because Cassante things are happening and Morgan does not like it. That's First Blood solo kill for Bertel.
We've seen this one before. The Jax matchup is a treacherous one.
That makes things difficult as Bertel's going to move this entire mini wave towards the turret. And Bertel gets that ward over as well. Will find the ult to take Morgan all the way out of this one. He is going to have to flash to get back towards his turret, but he may not be out of danger just yet. This is getting real scary, and Bertel's pushing this advantage so well.
Really nicely done by Bertel there. Use the ward to... Oh,
that would have been hilarious.
It would have been, but I still don't think that Brianna's really in a position to fight this. Oh, Bertel.
Well, Morgan going to get the wish from Effort.
That's also the end of a contest, right?
As the arrow is going to sail towards the top lane. And Morgan had about 5 people telling him that it was happening.
Oh, disaster for Sandbox.
Oh, dear. It's going to be another Chemtech goal. Disaster also for Valdez. I mean, I said outside of League of Legends.
Yeah. So, if you're talking RPGs, it's probably Persona 3.
Okay.
Maybe Persona 4, not quite sure. It's a bit of a back and forth.
Arrow going to be cleansed here as Umpty's going to dive towards the Heimerdinger, but Nature's Grasp is coming forward. Let's see whether Effort can keep the piggy alive, and he can.
Very nice.
Buttons are being pressed.
Should be Herald,
though. Not a lot of results, as yes, could be Shirley.
Last year, I read The House of Fata, or The House in Fata Morgana. That's one of the greatest stories that I've ever seen. Oh, boy!
That is a pretty nice flash, but the ulti's still going to come through. Karras puts down a gravity field, but it does not do anything. That is a beautiful pick-off on the Victor. Closer needs these. Takes 3 turret shots because he can. He'll take down this turret as well, most likely.
Very proactive, as I don't know about this one. Bertel might be in some trouble here.
Did Umpty actually get spotted at all? Because I feel like Bertel just walked past him. As he goes Umpty, see whether he can find it. Winter's Wrath comes in. And there it is. Well,
he's
Bertel
taking
just
0 damage.
I think he's being healed. As now he's just going to ult Umpty away. Look to start off this battle first. He's down to 50% health, but there's the arrow to come in. Now Bertel's continuing the fight. Morgan, please help him! Please help him, Morgan! And Morgan will. The Lord has said that you shall live, Umpty, and Bertel shall as well.
Oh, the amount of time that buys Sandbox full control of the bot side of the map. Drake spawning in 15 seconds. Herald charging down mid. Wheeler is making a play.
Yeah, Nature's Grasp to come in. Henna does immediately get healed. He does have the cleanse as well, but Aurelia is just going to pick up the easiest double kill of her life. And Karras, I think he regrets that particular teleport as in between the turrets. He becomes Heimer food. Liv Sandbox will take the turret, they'll take the Drake. They'll take the lives of 3 people and they'll walk away. Karis does a bit of damage, but not really anything that Closer is too worried about. This game is completely out of Bro's control right now. They're going to need a miracle as there's a flash from Closer. The arrow's going to connect as well as the wish comes down, but Closer does not care about your wishes or your hopes and dreams. He just wants to push you back towards your base, and he'll pick up the kill onto Effort as well. Envy just splitting in that mid lane. Morgan desperately trying to save the remnants of this game. Like that, so I could have looked silly.
Hold up.
Morgan
going in.
Yeah, let's see. Speaking of teleports, Umpty finds himself in amongst a lot of people. And now the flawless duet doesn't quite connect there as Morgan flashes for the counter-strike. There's the Glacial Prison Closer. He's now just going to try and blade surge his way around this one, and eventually he will fall. Karis eventually manages to flash, as well as Bro. They may have done it. They may have found a fight. As Bertel will survive, the rockets sail by as well as Kyle marks the end of that scuffle. Could you call it a team fight? One person died. I guess you can, as now the nature will be grasping the straws at this point in time. There's not a whole lot they can do without their super fed Aurelia. That's what Journey told me. All right, Karis getting hit by an arrow again. And doesn't really mind about it again, as okay, in goes Closer, Effort just going to get obliterated. There's the stopwatch as well. Nature's Grasp comes in, keeps them all tied down so Closer can get these autos through. Umpty tanks for a really long time, but it's not enough. And Karis just doesn't have the damage. Morgan having to get out of there as well as Kyle's the one to get that flash and take him down. Willa chasing after Karis here, who blast cones himself to Narnia, but Willa twisted advances, so he's going to follow him. There's a gravity field. He's trying to at least buy some space and get the yakety sax ready. This game is ridiculous. Bertel is going to come through and finish off the kill.
He just had to figure out how to use the Atlas as overall the game.
It's like
unfortunately, it's dissolving in front of Brion's eyes. Baron's going to get started up here, and it was already in a bad state, but that might very well be the killing blow. Envy.
Effort. You can do it. You can do it, buddy.
No!
Oh my goodness.
Oh god. He keeps resetting.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, Envy. Absolutely robbed. All right, the Baron is going to be taken. Where to Brion? Don't exist anymore. Brion are still in this game.
Especially with the Gore Drinker, as we saw previously as well, how long she stayed alive even when she was focused.
Well, Arrow is going to pierce the heavens as Morgan looking for Bertel once again. Umpty on a mega flank. Gets the knockback though, and Effort is in so much trouble. He will be evaporated. And Bertel, he's able to run it out. He gets the ult. Karis is dove upon as Closer is going to find one as well. Live Sandbox. This is the end. They have marked it. The time is up. Bro, they had a decent effort in games 1 and 2. Able to win game 1, able to mainly win game 2, but in game 3, they were barely allowed to play the game. Live Sandbox will take this decider and they will move to 3rd place in the LCK.
And Sandbox going to showcase here that we thought that the game against D+ Kia was indicative of what this team was going to go through for the rest of the split. You know, a passenger on the Chovy death train, which I think at the time, obviously in hindsight, you can't really judge adequately the impact that he had, but seeing all those players then come together, and again, this is Brion. For Sandbox, we still don't really know where they slot in. We have yet to see them against one of the... Well, actually we did. It was against D+, but I repressed that memory because it was so bad.